Because we have been taught that the earth is moving around the sun, but if you are not taught, you think that okay, we are static and whole of the universe is moving around. So that is where whatever advancement human being has done, that is because of their ability to thinking critically. So good evening, friends, Toastmasters, Mr. President, and dear guests. So today's theme is about critical thinking, and I would like to also tell the challenges, means how our critical thinking are challenged in day-to-day or in critical situations. And the example, suppose some salesperson one day was selling me some insurance product that it will make you save this much of money. And if you buy a term insurance, you will not get anything. If you buy this one, you will get this, your life cover, and also some savings, and also you will give a 3% coupon. And he was trying to make me convince that okay, this 3% is a yearly extra income I will get. But when I read the document and extract the information out of that and calculate it and with the proper comparison, I found that okay, it is just this marketing. Likewise, many people will make you feel like they are also from the same village as well, so that it will be easier to convince you. These are all the challenges of critical thinking, but when diverting you from the fact, what you need, and what they are trying to do. Similarly, that offer you get in the Amazon, that actual price is this, is now 45% discount. But some other person is saying that that 45 rupees, and somebody is telling that no, it is 100 rupees and it has come down to 65 rupees. And another person is saying that it is 65 rupees from before. But that 100 rupees to 65 will convince you that it is I am getting it cheaper. This all kinds of things, that illusions we are to get all the time. And it becomes more important, like our president mentioned, in very critical situations. One example is Apple delayed their product launching of the some AirPod. They delayed it. They knew that it will miss our chances of earning in the festive season of whatever the plan was there. But they know at that time they found that it is not up to the mark. The quality was not up to the mark as should be. So they delayed it. So that is the decision. It takes some critical thinking that how much it will affect in our overall business in the long term. Now I'm going to describe our today's session in this meeting that is going to happen. So we have today actually 3 sessions. First will be the education session, which will be conducted by Toastmaster Santosh Kamoli. After that there will be a prepared speaker session. In the prepared speaker session, the participants or speakers, according to their objective and their pathway, they will prepare some speech. They would have prepared some speech and they will deliver the speech, which will be later evaluation. And the last session is the evaluation. Here, the evaluation is conducted by the general evaluator, who will call all the speech evaluators to send back the speeches, to send back the feedback of the speeches, and after that, we will evaluate all the roles. So before moving forward, I would like to introduce this role there. First, first, okay. First, I want to call our general evaluator, Puneet, who has already been introduced. Please come, Puneet.
Good evening, everyone. As a G, my roles and responsibilities like I'm going to evaluate the entire meeting and various role players from beginning to the end. And in the third session, I will be over here and will represent my reports. It's over to you.
Thank you, Puneet. Next, I would like to call Santosh Singh, who will be act as a timer. Toastmaster Santosh Singh, please come and explain it.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Good evening, President, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. As rightly said, we take care of the minutes and the hours will be take care of themselves. So as a timer, today I will take the exact count of timing of all the speeches, table topic sessions, if at all, and our evaluation sessions. And also, I will be called upon to qualify the timing for the voting for all these speeches. Now, for the timing, I will be sharing the minimum time for green card. The speakers who speak with the minimum allotted time will be, I will be showing a green card. For the midpoint where they have to break or they have to stop it, there I will show yellow card. And at the finish end time, I will show the red card. And the speakers will get 30 seconds of grace time to finish their speech so that they can be qualified for voting. Thank you. Thank you, Mr.
So you already already the consultant arm has started his role, but yeah, it would be very good if we introduce Vedant and Vedant, please share little bit your hobby and what you see.
So, good evening once again, everybody. Mr. President, Toastmaster of the day, my dear fellow Toastmasters and acting guests. I am Vedant, and as the role of Sergeant at Arms, my role is to set up all the meeting, distribute all the agendas, sheets, and also at the end of meeting, I will collect the sheets which I will give it to you for the voting. That's it. Thank you.
And is our counter PM Sanjay Dende. Sanjay, please come and introduce yourself and explain about the role. He is by profession senior architect at a Bouquet IT company. Yes.
Good evening, Presiding Officer. So my role is working down the pillar work that we use by the speakers and co-chairs. Our counter is generally the one which are not good because it reduces the impact of the speech, such as and what any special words, because are key words of key words we use. And I will present report at the end of the session. How many users we present.
Next is our language evaluator for grammarian, Govind. Govind, please come and introduce yourself and say something about your role and just.
One of the famous motivational speakers. One time someone asked like how to resolve conflict and how to resolve conflict. So basically the motivational speaker said like he's given one example and just try to explain. The example was, let me iterate the scene. I'll ask one question if you can respond. Ruko mat jao. What does it mean?
So I just would say here, just go. So the difference is only that we are not using the correct punctuation. Only if you use the correct punctuation, the meaning itself goes very right. So good evening, presiding officer. Yeah. They are not able to hear. All dear guests, moving. Today, I'm playing role of Graminian. My responsibility to note down all these such issues, such problems that occurs while we speak intentionally or unintentionally. Say, so I'll be noting down all these points, all these punctuation, all the good uses of the word, some nice uses of the word. So that I'll be noting down, and I'll be coming. I will be presenting my report in the class. So I have some new words and phrases as well to use throughout the meeting. And so word of the day is infer. It means to draw a conclusion based on evidence and reasoning. Some of the examples are, from the clues given, we can infer that the character is villain. Other example is, she inferred from his tone that he was not happy with the decision. Let me give a phrase of the day. The phrase of the day is to understand, the phrase of the day is read between lines. It means to understand the hidden meaning behind what is said or written. So, just for an example, giving some example, when reading his email, try to read between the lines to understand his true feelings. Other example is, to fully understand the report, you need to read between the lines. So, I would like to request someone from Toastmasters who can try this word of the day and phrase of the day. Anyone who want to try? Yeah, please.
There is still no online never implemented.
Good evening, my fellow Toastmasters. For the word infer. So I remember one of the session on the table topic. What I see and observe that there is one common question is being asked, and all the speakers who is speaking on the table topic, they are sharing the different perspectives about the same question. From that, I can infer we are bringing the uniqueness and experience that what we had in our lives. When we should hear the speeches very closely, because in each line of the speakers, it may have some hidden lines that we could not understand in that line. So that's why we say read between the lines while hearing the speeches from the speaker. Thank you.
Examples. So online. I think from online as well someone wants to try. So please go ahead.
Good evening, all. I'm audible.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will try for info today. From the data provided, we can infer that the project's success rate is higher than the initially anticipated.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, someone from the guest go to try.
So for the infer, so from the watching same movie, maybe different people draw different inferences. So and another for the phase of the day, when during the election time, any political leader is giving um, um, too much what you can say, too much promises. So voter has to read between the lines.
Anyone else go to try? Yeah.
I can clearly infer from this meeting that all will able to read between the lines of public speaking. Thank you.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Yeah.
When you have a fight with your wife, just understand or read between the lines of her thought. Because she has the infer without any evidence and you are in a fault. Right?
Thank you, Bhutan. Very nicely in a funny way, you have given an example. So, would like to request from the guest if someone else can to try.
Any guess? You can say all the answers.
So based on my past experience in my direct company, I interacted with many colleagues who had very good pronunciation, grammatical, sentence formation. Therefore, with the given experience, I infer that Postmaster is a really good program for me. And based on the decisions done by the management of any company, so based on the email communication, we can read between the lines what is the exact message behind all types of management decisions and reports and so on. Yeah.
This is again a part of critical thinking, where whatever is written in email, we are reading it and understanding what exactly means for it. Sometimes it's just articulated in a way where it gives some different meaning as well. So yeah, anyone else want to try? Okay, all good. So throughout this meeting, I'll note down these word of the day, thought of the day, and whenever someone uses this, I request all of you to give thumbs up to them and appreciate them. And as my other responsibility, I will keep a track of good users and not so good users of language and present the report when I'm called upon later part of the meeting. Thank you, everyone. Over to you. Suppose you have been given options of 2%. Out of 2%, you have to choose one person to be your business partner. Person A, smart, ambitious, good-looking, jealous, critical. And person B, jealous, critical, good-looking, ambitious, and smart. Who you are going to choose? Is the same? A. First one. A. And actually, both are the same. Actually,
That is right?
yeah, he said because if you means notice carefully, both are same. But if you perceive or if you make some assumptions already and based on that you are doing, it will look that person A is better because already smart, ambitious. I have started. But for B, I have started with the jealous, critical. If the word is somewhat different, then it will be more confusing. So these are things. This is called as a primacy bias. And at the first side, sometimes what happens is that suppose you are interviewing some candidate. Okay, first two responses are very good. Or first responses is not bad. Immediately we tend to make some kind of some kind of bias or picture, but that should not be always the true about the candidate. So, another example, one study was made by some company that one group has been given a basket full of jelly, some eatable, some cookies, and to each person. Another group, to each person, it is given only two quantities. Later, it has been found that who has got only two quantities, he has rated better about the product. This is called a scarcity effect. Means this found less, that means it is good. So these are some of the examples that affect the reality versus our perception. So I would like to start our next session, that is the educational session. It will be conducted by TM Santosh Kamuli. I would like to call him here. By profession, he is a IT professional, technical manager. Yeah, please, sir.
Over here, I only so one is from 10 on the side. And that is, right? I'm not able to see the, you are not in there. Sorry for the delay, technical delay. Put your mobile over there, at least put your mobile over there, near it to window, then your network will be fast. Yes, it's been. We have two letters. For the online folks, I have sent one file, please download it. You can leave computer only from there, so there is no. Just take it. And we can keep this somewhere here near so that everyone can. And I will just. Yeah. Meanwhile, we are setting up the slides and screen share. We'll get started. Good evening, all. Myself, Master Santosh. Yeah. I keep other over here. Put it.
Or I will check it.
Someone rightly said, if you want to master, you need to start teaching. I will talk more about this segment today. Before that, I would like to know how many are Toastmasters here. Just please raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 Toastmasters. How many are guests? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 guests, 9 Toastmasters.
Online team, six people, five people, or people, all are you or Toastmasters?
Two from our club, right? One iPhone and one simple. Yeah, total 8 over there, but so we can consider 4 members.
Four members, all are guests.
So two are Toastmasters, two are guests.
Two are guests, okay. I just wanted to ensure whatever we will hear or listen today should be learned so that you all can start knowing what it is all about. So for Toastmasters, let me ask you one thing. Why have you joined Toastmasters? Anyone? What is the reason you have joined Toastmasters? Yes, just
Yeah, to learn the speaking skills, to learn mentorship, to learn pronunciation, learn my communication.
okay. All boils down to one thing: communication. Anyone else?
We do for the communication and public speaking.
It is same communication. Anyone else?
Leadership.
Leadership. Very
I want to express myself better.
better way. You are Toastmasters. Yes. Any guest? Okay. No. Sorry, not for guests. Only for Toastmasters. So we heard Toastmasters have joined this program to improve their communication, and one said improve the leadership, which is very, very right. As per Toastmasters International, we all here are to learn two things. We will talk throughout this meeting, throughout your term, only these two things: learn about communication, learn about leadership. Nothing else. Everything else which will be part of this will be getting imbibed into those two segments. So these two segments, please ensure you are up to the mark. It should be haunted in you. If it is not haunting, then I will ensure it is haunting in and around you to learn about communication and leadership. So, to get started, mentoring and trainer. Mentor or trainer. Can anyone tell what is the difference between a mentor and a trainer? Mentor, who's mentor?
Mentor is who facilitates the learner, okay, with observation, what he can or she can do. But the trainer is give the detailed steps, okay, what he has to do and what not to do. That is my understanding.
Okay, well said. Yes.
Mentor will guide them, right? He provides the path, he suggests the thing. A trainer will focus on each and every stage of him. He is trained completely from the mentor just provide the right way. This is the right way you have to work in this, and after that the mentee, he will find by their own. He follows the way which mentor has suggested. And in the trainer will provide each and every step in detail. So mentor will just direct the mentee, and trainer will be there with checking throughout the day, throughout the training phase.
Well said. Anyone else? I just want one.
I think
I'm still not getting it, but I just want one.
mentor is customize the thing according to who want to learn from him. And trainer is a generalized thing. Okay, this is generally.
Yes, yes.
For me, the mentor is someone who is having the personality or expertise or experience that he wants to bring for his mentee. And for trainer who is having a certain, maybe the short and goals to deliver some knowledge to the group of people.
Very well said. Big round of applause for Sanjay. Sorry, if you are saying something, I think. Okay. Well said. So that is what all about mentor. So mentor is a person who is having knowledge about the subject. Even trainer will have the knowledge about the subject. Trainer will train he'll talk about that subject, he'll give you the material, and he'll go off. His job is done. But a mentor will do same as trainer, but he'll be one step ahead. He will also guide you about the subject. He will give you the materials about the subject, but he will do few more things which a trainer will not do. What? He'll handhold you like a baby, and he'll ensure that you learn about the subject. And he'll ensure you are individually delivering what he was delivering as a person, and then his mentee should be like him. So that is a difference between a mentor and a mentee. That is a thin line difference, but it makes a huge difference from a subject and knowledge perspective. So today, as I said, we will talk about two segments: communication and leadership. Toastmaster International also is having a education program for this. And to get it, even I am a Toastmaster, even I have my objective to be. I have joined this Toastmaster Club to improve my communication and leadership both. So, when I say communication, we have parts. When I say leadership, we have roles at club level. So today, I will talk about club successful theory. So in Toastmaster education program, we have series of education from club communication perspective, from leadership perspective. So communication perspective, today I have picked one. In future we will have few more, but today I have picked only one, which is mentoring. I'll give you more insights about it, but let's start with this slide. Can you help me with moving the slide?
Yeah, please.
Online team, are you able to hear me? Anyone? Saran?
Yes, we can hear.
Yes, audible.
As I said, can you just click? If you can see this, means we have not set up the room properly for projector. Sorry for that. But please try to see this screen. Okay, we just spoke about it. What is the first line?
Take a personal interest and help. Serve as a role model, coach and confidence.
Correct.
Offer knowledge, insight, perspective and wisdom. Help someone become successful.
Perfect. So we spoke about it, right? I didn't see the slide. How we need to ensure we are giving the right message? Talk about it. Give some background and then refer the material. Offline, you can refer this material, which we will share with you for the Toastmasters who are the members. But yes, once you are a member, you'll also get it. But still, you can go ahead and browse Toastmaster International website to get more material on education of Toastmasters. Okay, so we spoke about it. Mentor and training, we have a thin line difference. Mentor will handhold you. Mentor will help you. Mentor will understand about you, and then he will guide. Can you move to the next slide? Mentor is also coach, right? When I say coach, again, trainer, coach, we have thin line differences. All are similar, all play a similar role, but some play role to make that subject knowledge in you. Some play only giving the knowledge and going off. Yeah, please come. Next, please.
Easing the transition.
Easing the transition. Learn the program, club standard. Yeah. So, as I know, 9 Toastmasters are here. They know the program, isn't it? They know the roles. What are the roles in club? Can anyone? What are the roles in the club? Sorry, I'll have to put you on the spot. What are the roles in club?
XCOM roles or
Not XCOM. Roles. Many roles.
role players.
Role player. So you know role, right? So for the guest, it will it will take a little more time to get what you remember, you will also understand. But for your understanding, we have 7 roles. As Toastmaster Rakesh shared his role player who will help him in conducting the meeting, right? Timer, what he'll do, he'll note on the time. After what he'll do, he'll note down the filler words, cut words, which we are using for better communication. We think we take pause for better communication, but actually it is not a good practice. Actually, the practice is to take a decent pauses, understand and make your audience understand the message using your body line, body gestures, or your high pitch, low pitch. Right? So that is how it is. So one will be noting the R counter. He'll be playing a role to ensure everyone to know what he or she is using. And then we have grammatical language developer. Again, this is not an English speaking class. It is something which is you are already knowing, but you need to know where to use what. Isn't it? Grammatian will identify good usage, not good usage. He'll also mention the flawless speaker of the meeting. Alright, so these are some club roles which we need to understand. Next. Okay, as a mentor, as I said, whoever is the Toastmaster, in Toastmaster, we will have again few differences like new member, experienced member, or senior Toastmasters, or DTM. There are some hierarchies who are knowing the system process very well. So they will take part in this program. They will become a mentor to new joiners. They will become a mentor to existing Toastmasters. When I say existing Toastmaster, you will ask, why is the need of a mentor for an existing Toastmaster? Anybody is having this question? Existing Toastmaster, why he needs mentors? For the improvements? Absolutely. So we all think we know the system we process. Please come. Please join in. Have a seat. So for existing members, we all understand the program helps, but how? The senior Toastmaster will guide. He will evaluate what he is good at. He will advise him, you are good at this. Make more efforts to improve more on it. He is not good at it. He'll ensure he is having the knowledge to use to be better at that role. So that is the role of a mentor. For existing. For new, there will be orientation sessions. There will be business sessions like this today which we are having. As an education session. To understand what the program is all about. So that is what this slide is talking about. Let me move on to the next. Benefit to mentors. Okay, now, very interesting one. We all love to be recognized, isn't it? In terms of money, or in terms of kind, or in terms of award, isn't it? So here in mentorship program, we have a certificate where a mentor is fully managing the program, this mentor program, he'll get this certificate. I'll show you format or sample of a certificate in our future slides. And then we go on to the next. Remain productive. Go back. We spoke about this. We can move on. So as I said, we will be talking about the club success series. And what is this club success series all about? It is about improving the quality of the club. In Toastmaster International, we have 14,500 clubs. The big number, 14,500 clubs. Each club will have at least 25 to 40 members. Each area will have 5 clubs. Each district will have 6 areas, and each region will have 20 divisions. So see the hierarchy and see the people who are associated with us. So to talk about it, it's about the members who are joining us. We need to ensure we all understand the program and what are the benefits of it. Now, quality. As mentor has to have some qualities like reaching out to mentees, understanding the goals, short term, medium term, long term. Same way, mentee also need to understand the aspects where he will get help on. On screen, it is mentioned. Can anyone read?
Available, present, sensitive, respectful, flexible.
So, as a mentee, when you have joined this program to learn about communication and leadership, it's your duty as well to think on your side. Am I ready to take it? If mentor is ready to give me knowledge, am I ready? So, mentee also needs to gain some qualities. First, availability. He or she, whoever is following this program, needs to be available. Available doesn't mean 24/7. It's about your goal achievement ability. For example, you have joined to improve your communication skill. And in Toastmasters program, we have terms, right? Every term is 6 months. If you are in this term for 6 months, you have to plan that in this 6 months, what I have learned. Am I just going and passing my time during the club meeting? No. What is my goal? Focus on it. Make him or herself available. Okay, my goal was to go on site next year, 2025. And today, I'm not able to speak well. How will I interact with my client when I am on site sitting in client place who are speaking English? Today I am not having that confidence. So your goal should be July I have joined. By August, I should understand the structure. Then, what is the objective of my call or of my meeting? Like today, my objective is to deliver a session to your audience who will understand the program. And you know what? Good thing about it, I also have one evaluator. My speech is getting evaluated. And my evaluator is sitting right next to that, Toastmaster working. He is evaluating my speech. Am I using material? Am I using visual boards? That is my basic protocols. If I'm not doing it, he will evaluate me. He will say, this is your feedback. So the same way, whenever we deliver speech as a speaker, we have evaluators, speech evaluators. When we will have prepared speeches, that time evaluator will come here and will mention Toastmaster, blah, 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 is delivering the speech and his objective is this. And the evaluator will evaluate on the objective, right on objective. If he or she is delivering the objective, then he or she can take that feedback and apply in his or her future speeches. So that is the beauty of this program, where we get the feedback right there. All right? What's next? Availability, sorry. Mental quality. Available, yeah, you need to make yourself available. You need to plan yourself. What are you, how will you achieve it? If you are not able to achieve, another good thing here, if you are not able to plan your goals, but you have just joined the program, our VPE, green, timer, thank you for showing the green card. If VPE, the club role, leadership role, as Toastmaster Police said, he is here to improve his leadership. So we have club leadership roles: president, vice president education, vice president membership, vice president public relations, and so forth. So their roles are to ensure club is getting what they want, member is getting what they need. They will define mentors. They will assign mentors to new joinees. They will assign mentors to existing new to old Toastmasters. So it's all about leadership over there. And when I say the second point, if you are not able to plan, contact your VP, he will plan. I'm making VP your life easy. Whenever you are reaching out to them, if they are saying, no, I'm not available this week, next week, next week, next week, then you will have to get their conference and put and fill in your sign-up role so that your sign-up role is ready. So he is having a different roles and responsibility as a VPE. So each member, whenever they want to deliver something, they need to reach out to him. Even I reached out to him and president about this session. So they gave me a slot of president. So that's how it works. So moving on, plan your goals and be available. Now, regarding the first step of mentoring. So as a mentor, we spoke about mentee now. All right, you are knowing now what a mentee needs to be doing. And now let's talk about mentor. What mentor will do? Mentor, first step is when he receives feedback from VP, he will get the names who are tagged as mentee to him. Mentor will see mentee, how many mentees he has been assigned. He or she will reach out to mentee. The first step is on screen. He'll sit with him or her and understand. Can you please read?
Orient the new member to proper terms and procedure. Explain how to sign up. Help the icebreaker.
Right? So he as a mentor, he or she will reach out to his mentee and ask and share knowledge about the club. Orientation program he can run. Orientation program is also another session. It is about 30 minutes session, and where mentee can understand what is the Toastmaster program all about. So first step is mentor will sit with mentee to understand the challenges and guide him or her for his thing. Next, icebreaker speech is one of the first speech. We all understand it is the first speech where new members will be uncomfortable, isn't it? They are facing strangers. They are good at speaking to the people who they know. They can speak fluently there. They can make mistakes. They will think, I am confident I can do. But when they come on stage, stage is what? Stage is a kingdom. And speaker, the thing. So we need to understand one thing. When you are speaking, efficiently use your stage. Feel like a king. Use your kingdom. Okay. So when a speaker is allocated a first speech, icebreaker, he will be uncomfortable. So a mentor will help him or her guide, say, these are the protocols. He or she will be uncomfortable. So sit with him or her, get the script, what she has written, evaluate and give your first feedback. Once he or she is ready, ask him or her to present the icebreaker. You know what? My first icebreaker speech, I took almost five weeks because I was not confident. I was thinking I may blabber, I may go blank. But my mentor helped me. Let me take name of my mentor. My mentor is Toastmaster Archana Jalan. She gave me all the feeds. She gave me all the knowledge of the program. She gave me how you can get benefited of it. And she worked with me to get to what I am today. And I really appreciate and thank to Toastmaster Archana Jalan for guiding me throughout my mentor program. Let's get back. So, icebreaker speech, people will be scared, uncomfortable, feeling fear and all. So mentor will help there. Can you please go back to the next section? Timer has already given the yellow signal.
Yeah, make mentees aware of resource and positive.
Right. Make mentees aware of resource. All right. So again, Toastmaster International Portal is like a huge Amazon area where you can find anything and everything. If you can spend, if you're a good reader, I would recommend spend more time on this portal. You will get more resources. It's like a library. Whatever you want, area of your interest, you go and download it. You can read it at your own pace. No one will force you to read it right away, right now, or 2 weeks later. It's all about your self-paced. If you are interested, go visit Toastmaster International website and read, download and read. So there are many materials like icebreaker speech. There is a worksheet. When you download it, you can define your area. How can you introduce to class? So likewise, if you write it, evaluator will evaluate, mentor will guide and help to deliver. Please next.
Maintenance get over time.
Alright. So when we are part of a club, right? We know the program now. What is this? This mentorship program is all about senior Toastmaster can come and join this program, which will help us to improve our club as a club. Okay, we are one club here. Likewise, I said, in area we have 5 clubs. In division we have 30 clubs. So when we compete, when we go to a contest and represent our club, we should have that quality, like good speakers and good evaluators who can go to other club and evaluate people. It also helps to network with people with like-minded people, I would say. This all helps in the mentorship program. So, as we are approaching contest now, already there is an announcement. So, all club members are eligible based on the levels which they have completed. So, you can take part in that contest. You can see, you can challenge yourself what you have learned so far. If you are just 2 months old in the system, I would recommend spend more time, learn, and be ready for next contest. So you think in a way where you have enrolled for a course in the 6 months. Are you getting value out of it? If you are getting value, continue. If you're not getting value, take your course. I am a Toastmaster since almost 5 years. Before that, I was part of my corporate club in Bangalore. But now I am part of a community club where you hear me here. So that's the beauty of Toastmaster membership program, where if you want to improve and keep that learning throughout, stay connected. Believe you will see the difference which you will be lacking when you go in front of your audience, when you go in front of your work professional people. So that's how it is. All right, next.
Quality eager to learn, respect.
Yeah, we spoke about it. This message will be eager to learn. It's not like we are forcing. VP is not forcing. Hey, come, take your speech slot, deliver. You have joined Toastmaster in August, and now the next term is due. You have not completed at level 1. What's happening? Right? So that's how a VP role is. Let's move on. So mentee needs to be also be available, so he or she can get help.
Finite
Relationship. I just take you more relationship. Mentor-mentee relationship gets completed when the program gets completed. Isn't it? After that, what happens? A new relationship gets built. and that relationship is called friend. Mentor will have a dedicated time frame where he will work with mentee. For example, Toastmaster Sanjay wants to improve his communication skill, and a mentor is assigned. Mentor will work with him, guide him, and if he is available, then he will complete that. But if he is not available, what will happen? He will not be continuing his Toastmaster because he may go, no, I'm not getting one, or maybe some other thing, I don't know. So mentor will guide him time to time. If he is not available, he guide him. Make your. So that whole that relationship of a mentor and mentee is very much needed to optimize. It is all based on the situation, based on our work lifestyle. When you sleep, when you work, when you are available for a free talk for 10 minutes, when I can get in your personal time and guide you, so that is what mentorship is. And if they like, they will complete that program. And later, once program is completed, they'll become more good friends, like Santosh Jadhav, who is my very good friend. So now we were part of first good program, but now we are more like. So that is the beauty of this mentorship program. All right. Already red card is flashed, and my slide is also completed. I am on time. So conclusion: experience, learn, and benefit. So we all should be getting benefited out of our program, right? So please ensure you plan your thing, reach out to the club officers who will help you to reach your goal. All right. Now, last thing, I have one printout which I will share with you. Please share the handout to each and every one, and fill this and give it to Toastmaster Sanjay, who is Vice President Education of the club. He will ensure someone will be allocated to you to work with. It is not for the guests, this is for the members. Okay, but guests, you just have a gist of it, what is it all about. So then you will understand what it is. You just give it, you can, but you guys don't need to fill it because you are not members. But have a look at it, how it is. There are many such PDFs which I can share, but due to time constraints, I will not be able to share. But members, please ensure you fill it. If you want to become a mentor, fill, I want to become a mentor. If you want to become a mentee, fill, I want to become a mentee. And hand it over to Toastmaster Sanjay so that he can assign someone to you. With that, I would like to say thank you for listening, and I will hand the control back to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Rakesh.
What a wonderful learning session delivered by CM Santosh. Next session will be on the speaker speeches. When I was a school student, after the result came, used to come after the exam results come. I never called my proper friend to my home. I would say that don't come. Rather, I would bring the other like similar friends to my home, so that the contrast is not visible. Even if the result is not different, it will be same. But if some topper come to my home, they might look more worse. So that is called contrast effect. Having said this, I would like to call about the next speech. The next speaker is Sanjay Pathak, and his speech will be evaluated by Varghese. I would like to call the speaker's pathway is visionary communication and understanding your leadership style. And I'd like to call Toastmaster Varghese.
We have second speaker, what is the cost?
Okay.
So our councils will take their seat.
Okay, we can roll over and we can take the second speech first. The second speech is by Toastmaster Tushar, and his speech will be evaluated by Santosh Jadhav. I would like to call Santosh Jadhav, please come and explain about the speaker and
Good evening, everybody. My director, Tushar, is going to give a speech about project level 1. And the speech title is natural farming. I hope, Tushar, you would be able to hear me, right? So, with that, I will actually come up on the stage when I have to give the feedback, and I pass over the control back to Toastmaster Paresh, Toastmaster Rakesh.
I would like to ask Tushar to start his speech. Please come.
Yes, right. So you can share the slide so everyone can see.
Oh, yes, or you can join the meeting and start presenting.
No, you are online, right? You are in the laptop.
Yeah.
So you can share the slide, there is one laptop over there, one laptop over there, so you can see your slide.
How to share the slide?
No, you can share, directly share your slide. You are in the Zoom, right?
Yes, yes. Let's start.
Just the 1 minute. There is no Zoom meeting?
No, actually, office lab.
So you can send the PPT to me, I will download it. Better. Yeah. So, just move this second slide. Go to the second slide.
Okay, okay, then again we can come in the other page. Meanwhile, you just set up your. Okay, no, I don't know. Okay, come to the Sanjay Jadhav. Sanjay Pathak, right. For visionary communication, understanding your leadership style. And I would like to call TM Varghese to tell about the speech and the speaker.
Good evening. Good evening, Toastmaster of the day, presiding officer, and my dear fellow Toastmasters and peers. My target speaker is delivering his speech from the past visionary communication, level 2, project 1. And the objective is understand your leadership style, share some aspects of the chosen leadership style or leadership style in general, discuss style preference when working with others, how to adapt the chosen leadership style to situation or leadership style in general, and how they impact a group. I wish you all the best, and over to you, Toastmaster.
I'd like to call TM Sanjay Jadhav to please start his speech.
Thank you, Mr. Paresh.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. when I started understanding about leadership, I come across a nice quote. Leadership is not about being in charge, but it is about taking care of those you are charge of. That is well said by Simon Sinek, captures the essence of leadership that requires flexibility, empathy, and a deep understanding of those who you lead. But let's be honest, sometimes leadership feels like herding the cat, opinionated, intelligent, and it is a stubborn cat. Good evening, my fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. As I talk about my own leadership, feel free to form your own opinion. And if you'd like to debate, I will be around. And just remember that I will be still leading the conversation. I will be talking about three aspects. The one is my leadership style. The second is the adoptee in the leadership. And the third would be how we are being primarily, how our leadership style impacts a group of people. When I started thinking about my leadership style, the one first word that comes in my mind, that is collaboration. I believe we should work along with the team, not on top of the team. In my present role and in my past several roles, I have had the privilege to lead a large size team at the various stages of product development. Whenever we face challenges, I gather the team together, understand that what the perspective is, and try to focus mainly on coming on a group decision. Just for an example, during the product development of IDI, when I was looking after the delivery milestone, I come across one of the critical issues that is about to hit the impact of production line. At that stage, I took the team together, opened the floor for the ideas, and after this approach, it's just not building an innovative solution, but it creates the essence of ownership in the team, as well as build the collaboration within the team. However, when I see the leadership that is mainly the effective leadership, it is more than collaboration. Sometimes collaborative leadership works very well when you have a time to deliberate. But how about the crisis situation? That is where I formally come into the directive. And in that, I recall one of the instances. The day just before, we got a critical bug in the delivery. And at that time, we do not have enough time to explain and bring and make some practices and explaining those things to the individual. However, based on my understanding and criticality, I assign the activities to my team members, but I ensure that they have a sense of urgency. The thing gets reverted back. We successfully launch the product. From this, what essence I derive that being as a leader it is important to pivot the scenario and adapt with the situation. Comes as another way. I hope that you all will be agree. When leaders take a decision, it has a profound impact on the group. For example, democratic leadership style. When we say in this term, democratic, there all the members in the team, they feel more empowered, they feel more engaged, and at the same time, they also feel a sense of contribution, and that leads to their motivation as well. On the other side, when we talk about autocratic leadership style, although it is having a very good benefit, because sometimes in terms of when it is an urgent situation and your team is not having the experience, it plays a very role to smooth and do the execution at that stage. On my journey of leadership, what I feel that an effective leader is like just in one definition to understand the essence of when to adopt. When it starts with adopting with the situation, because every situation asks for the different action. One another example that comes in my mind that when setting up a new team, primarily for the system engineering, that's where I employ the transformation leadership style. That's where it comes as when you are trying to influence a large group with a common shared approach, and you are trying to build the people on that same common objective. So, to the closer side, would like to leave you with this thought. The best leader is don't just lead the team, they adopt. When they adopt, based on the situation of the team, based on the conditions, how their individual teams are performing, and they come on the final stage and work on their effective leadership. So that's where come as an effective leader. The adaptability makes us a difference and make it as soon as an effective leadership at that way. If all else fails, so in that way, don't afraid and try to trip on your own legs while leading the change. Over to you, Toastmaster Uday.
What a great speech given by Sanjay. So I would like everyone to think about something about what his speech and give the feedback to his personal notes. And I'll give 1 minute for that. Timer, please check. Honorable members, are the screen visible? There is some PPT on the screen.
Yes, it's visible.
Yes, sir. Have you ever and get into a situation like for a long time you are not able to solve a problem, but after getting some fresh air or having some chit chat with friends, immediately some solution came to the problem. Maybe it's a technical problem or some. Why it happened? It is actually illusion of attention. Maybe you are giving your attention in such a place where the solution is not there. The same thing can be done to you in the way of by the person or some decision may place you in that magnitude. Like your attention is diverted or in some wrong place. This is called the illusion of attention. So this is another aspect which may challenge our thinking. Having said this, I would like to start the next speech. The evaluator for the next speech is Santosh Yadav. Speaker is Tushar. So I would like to call Santosh Yadav. Okay. I would like to call Santosh Yadav. Sorry, Tushar. And please tell your pathway and your objective of your speech and give your little introduction and then start you. Okay. Good evening all. My name is Tushar Mukund Gohar. I am working with the Immersion from last 9 years as an associate project manager. I am working with the reliability group for the asset management projects. This is my learning. In Immersion, we have joined or started the club from last 6 months. Approximately now, in the end of August, we will close to the 6 months. And we have a good progress on that. And there are some around 25 to 28 members we have joined as a starting for the club, and we are running successfully. My pathway is leadership development or leadership skills. And I'm at the level 1. My speech level is 3 for the vocal variety and hand gesture. So I will start my presentation.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 minute.
I will say next step and move to the next slide.
Okay.
You want to see?
You want to see? Yeah, I want to see.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's visible to other.
Yeah, no problem.
Yes. Okay. I'll start now. My topic is natural farming. The natural farming is a very hot topic right now because we normally eat the food which is grown up by a chemically or fertilized food. It has so many disadvantages and against the natural farming. I'm going to explain some of the basic resources what will be used for the natural farming and the difference between natural farming, chemically farming, and what are the benefits or advantages for the natural farming. I just make you one like to ask you. These are the 2 onions. One is farmed from the chemically or fertilized farm, and one is from a naturally farm. Anyone can identify the difference between these 2? Naturally, we cannot. But there is a difference between these 2. I have personally observed this difference. I have experienced it, and we are following right now this naturally farming food. Every Sunday, we have one point where we go there and we buy the this food that like vegetables, fruits, some pulses, oil from this farmer, and we used to eat it right now. The difference what I experienced is that when we cut the onion, our eyes start crying. It is what chemically farmed, but this naturally farmed onion doesn't have that kind of an impact. So I have personally experienced it because frankly speaking, on Saturday and Sunday when we have a holiday, morning breakfast and tea, making tea for my family is my duty. So for making poha, making uppit or something like that, I used to cut the onion, and at that time I experienced it. So the tagline or the speech is eat healthy, live long. Yeah, the main purpose basically, the natural farming is a chemically free farming. It's a human health enrichment
less environment impact because we are using natural resources and giving to the food. And again, it goes back to the natural again or goes back to the nature or soil. So that has a less impact and more environmental friendly. Soil preservation. If we use chemicals or fertilizers, then in that case, so many using fertilizers, we degrade the quality of the soil. But here we are using the compost from naturally fertilized or naturally grown up, and we are giving to the soil with the food or with the seed. Then it will help the soil enrichment as well. And usage of natural resources, that is a biomass recycling. I will explain in the next slide. Yeah, the natural resources like cow dung and urine, basically this is a main agriculture fertilizer because we use this as a composting and we use this due to the soil as well as for the breeding of the seeds, then it will always help us. Along with that, we use buttermilk. Now buttermilk, why they are using buttermilk? Because as they are using some solutions to kill the insects which are stayed on the plant and they eat the food and they degrade the quality of the food. For that, they are using buttermilk to make the spreading over the seeds or spreading over the plant when they grow up. So because of that, it will preserve their food or quality of the soil as well as food of plants instead of the chemical or fertilizers. Then jaggery is another part of that. It will use pulse flour and the buttermilk they are used together to make a mixture and they spread over across the farm so that it will help them. Then the mulch, basically mulch means dead leaves. We have so many dead leaves in the societies. We use to them for the composting. Same as in the farms, we have so many dead leaves and if we club together with the cow dung or urine and make them as a good fertilizer or make them as a good, I would say not fertilizer, but as a good khat, I would say in terms of Marathi, I will use khat, which will be understand clearly. Then it will be more helpful for them. Then next is a crop bed. Is a crop bed means a valueless plant growing in a vine. So basically, when the seed grows out and at the last stage when we cut it, some portion of them still remains in the soil, and that crop bed is also used for the or to make them as a composting or to make them as a fertilizer for that, and it will helpful again to grade the or grow the seeds in that terms as well. Crop rotation is not that. Yeah, but basically I'm just explaining the difference between these two. The more is that important is soil health. The natural farming enhances the soil health and degrades the soil health for the chemical food. For the fertilizers or chemical farming is dangerous to our human health because of it can lead to a cancer and all this kind of stuff. But it has no effect for the natural farming and the cost, which are very important factor. Cost is very high as the natural farming and chemical farming is very less, but it has a very bad impact on our health, what we are eating right now. But cost is important to everybody, should not be affordable. So because of that, cost is very important for this one. The next slide, please. Yeah, challenges. The challenges are there, like transition period is kind of a thing where we have the farmer getting more impact because of from one type of farming to another type of farming. They cannot switch immediately. They have to do some processes. So that time is important. And the knowledge skills. Right now, the knowledge skills is limited with the farmers, and they really struggling to get so many resources from knowledge point of view, from funds point of view. So all these are all these are getting impacted for farmers as well to become a more towards to the natural farming. Then the market access, due to the high prices, they have a limitation and they cannot get the prices returned back to them. So they are really thinking whether should we continue with the natural farming or again to turn back to the chemical farming, which will be turning more profitable for them. And the last one is the input availability. the input availability is more, but they need to process it very clearly. So considering this, I'm closing my speech for the natural farming, and my conclusion is that eat healthy, live long. Thank you.
What is informative and useful speech Tushar has given. Please have some thought about giving him a feedback and give it to him personally. And yeah, I am asking 1 minute for that. I want to know.
You can ask him to present them.
So timer, please come and give your report for the.
Thank you, Mr. It was a very good session. I always, all the speeches were fantastic. We could learn so much from those masters and those. And so I'll just give the, as a timer, I have to, share the timings of all the speeches. So the educational speaker actually is disqualified because the timing was 33 minutes, so it's crossed the limit. Speaker 1, Tushar, speaker 1, Sanjay Pathak is also disqualified because he has crossed the timing, 8 minutes 9 seconds. And second speaker Tushar is qualified with 7 minutes 20 seconds. So thanks to speaker 2 Tushar. Thank you.
Now we can have a 5 minutes of break, and after 5 minutes we will come back.
3 minutes.
3 minutes. Okay, only 3 minutes. After 3 minutes we will come back. Timer will get to the time. Yes, that time. Yeah. That is, we interpret information. It fits our self-image and pre-existing needs. So having said this, I would like to hand over the control to Toastmaster Puneet for starting the evaluation session.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
How's the Josh?
Hi. What looks like hi.
How's the Josh?
Very good. Will you please keep quiet and.
So this is the third session and this is the evolution session. So in the Toastmaster, what I learned, feedback is the champion of breakfast of champions. So we will start this session with the speech evolution. So we have a first speech of Toastmaster Sanjay Pathak for his level Visionary Communication Project 2 level 1, and for evaluator of this Toastmaster Varghese, I would like to invite Toastmaster Varghese onto the stage and just to start the evaluation of the Toastmaster Sanjay Pathak. Toastmaster Varghese.
So good evening once again.
Good evening.
Special good evening to Sanjay. So let me get into the objective of the speech. There are three objectives to be met: your specific leadership style, adaptability, and how leadership affects. These are the three objectives. So in terms of objective, yes, you met the objectives. But I would like to go, how do you start a speech? We started with a code of silence enough. That was excellent to catch the attention of the audience. But let me suggest how can you make a big difference which make it more effective. first say the code. Then you say that I'm going to say not required. Just say the code. Like if I remember, leadership is not taking in charge. Second part I forgot. And so say the code and then you start the speech. So that itself actually catches the attention of audience. Then you said of your leadership style, you said, let me share it. Create a story. Say that what happened, maybe this crowd may have people from different streams. So rather bring when you write the speech in the first project, if you remember, it says that when you prepare a speech, know your audience. Audience can be from varied, need not come in from the IT industry itself. So bring a situation, maybe a small family thing which happened in your home or in a society, and say that, okay, how did they say the story, then say that how the collaborative leadership worked in that particular area. You move into the directive leadership style. And the very when you said, were the directive leadership styles or directive leadership styles applicable, like crisis situation. You cannot go for a democratic, a quick action is required. So bring a story, can be from politics. Politics is banned. Toastmaster need not bring the political image. How a particular situation, a leader took a decision. That actually people forget what you say, but they remember the story what you have picturized in front of them. Now, then you said your personal leadership style. You said adaptability, but there was a confusion. You were using adopt. Adopt and adapt are completely different. Adopt, I adopted a dog. Adapt is I adapt to the situation. I adapted to the Pune climate when I moved from so and so place. So that actually confused me when you started. When effective leadership style and adapted and the code, let me conclude. No, give the conclusion with a statement. That's a takeaway statement that I remember when I go home. There are two types of speeches. One, when the speaker delivers, everyone says, wow, and forget what he has said. But the second speech, people will be silent. But it keeps people thinking. And that's the power of communication, that you leave something in the mind of the listener that he thinks. So the conclusion should be always a compelling action. What do you think?
Now for second speech for Toastmaster to start, we have a second year Toastmaster Santosh Jadhav. I would like to invite Toastmaster Santosh Jadhav. Please come over here and present the evolution. Toastmaster Santosh sir.
Good evening, everyone. I'm here to evaluate speaker 2, Tushar. And the objective of the speech, as you all well aware, he has to do the local vocal. Yeah, the purpose of the project is for members to practice using vocal variety and body language. And as you well aware, the speech is quite good in terms of a start. And the topic what has been chosen is a lightweight. It's a very profound topic, I would say, and it's about how we can reserve the nature, right? So natural farming is quite important these days, and everyone is actually talking about it. And at such point in time, if we are trying to talk about such topic, and if we are trying to bring education to the team members here who are in the Toastmasters, it's a great thing, right? And I just try to divide this into 2 parts. The starting point where he introduced himself to the club. He told that he has been working as the project manager for 9 years. He is working with Emerson. That is quite important so that he can able to connect with the audience. So the very first point of any speech is actually connecting with the audience. And I would say that he would able to we were able to meet that. Stage 2, where he has to have a body for the speech. And the body of a speech is quite clear, where he would be able to explain why we should go for a nature farming. One of the main reasons one has to go for a nature farming is that it's good for your health. You can live longer. You will not have cancer or any other disease. But at the same time, it's not that easy for the farmer to grow nature farming because of the disadvantages it has. One of the disadvantage which the speaker highlighted is the cost. When we try to go for a chemical farming, it is quite easy where you don't need too many resources. But when it comes to nature farming, it's quite costly. So these are the few good aspects about the speech. And always for every speaker, there will be pros and cons. So there will be few areas where you can able to add more or you can create more impact. I felt that the speech is great, but the content is too much. And because of that content, right, you have added too much content. Instead of that, if you could able to limit the content only to 2-3 points, and you would have actually focused more on that, it would have been actually better. Because I could able to see that you had added some approximately 8 points in your speech where you talked about cow dung and urine, buttermilk, jaggery. So that's actually good, but you could be able to add some story along with that. And the point number 2, in terms of story, actually, like you have a subject, you have a story using which you can able to engage the audience. I found the speech as more informative, but it's not very engaging. In terms of information, you have used a lot of information radiators in your speech. But if you could able to add some stories, why you have actually chosen the topic of going for a nature farming instead of for a chemical farming. And the very last stage of any speech, right, conclusion. In terms of a conclusion, if you would have added what we would have actually do or what everyone has to be in our country has to do, so that in that regard, it's more easy for farmers to go for a nature farming instead of chemical farming. With that, I will pass the control to the Toastmasters of the day.
Now I would like to ask timers to come over here and represent the UNIP timer.
Thank you, Toastmasters of the day. So evaluator 1, Varghese, has taken 3 minutes 25 seconds to cross the time. Evaluator 2, Santosh Yadav, has taken 4 minutes 37 seconds. So I think both are
Yeah. So Toastmaster Varghese is qualified because we are allowed in 30 seconds. So now feedback for you as your timer. So as a timer, the basic thing is you have to learn the rule, right? So the rule is we are giving a grace period, grace is the time. So in the speech, Toastmaster Tushar is also qualified, that you have mentioned perfectly, but in the evolution, Varghese is qualified because he has taken 3 minutes 25 seconds. About the evolution reports, you said that Toastmaster Santosh Kamoli is disqualified, but it's a 30 minutes speech, so we are giving the 4 to 5 minutes extra to conclude the speech. So he has reached his speech on the right point. Okay, and the other feedback, we have a very read between the lines in our agenda, right? So each and every role has limited time. You have just highlighted your timer card for the speeches and the evolution. It is not you have highlighted from the beginning, from the start and the start. So if meeting is not started at the time, you have to highlight the things. It's 5 p.m. We have to start the time. So please be careful for next time. Thank you. Thank you for it. Now let me come for the evolution one report. Toastmaster Varghese has finished the evolution on the given time. He has not mentioned the entire speech in detail. He concluded the speech with the thing, his evolution around the speech and stick to the objective and purpose of the speech. So kudos to him. He has used the CRCF, so no recommendation. You did a good job as a part of it. Thank you. Now coming back to evaluator 2, Santosh Sadhav, you have not evaluated your speech within a time. So that is a big thing. You mentioned the thing. Why? Because when you started, you are not clear with the agenda. What is the purpose of the speech? You spend 40-50 seconds to find out the agenda. And you have not given your report based on the agenda. Agenda was to present a vocal variety and hand gestures. You have not mentioned in your speech, he has not used any vocal variety or gender. And in the speech, why it takes long? Because you are going to explain his speech. We are not going to explain the speech. We are just giving the feedback about the purpose of the speech. So the things you need to be taken care. Rest of the things is good. Now, I would like to invite our counter Toastmaster Sanjay Chande to represent the counter report.
Yes. Good evening, presiding officer, while listening to the speeches, it's always difficult to read between the lines and at the same time note down the syllabus. But I tried my level. So here in my return, you used and 2 times or 3 times. Puneet, you used and 2 times and 3 times. Rakesh, you used and more than 5 times, but 1 time and more than 5 times in 2 times. Santosh Pangoli, I found you used and 1, which was not necessary in the statement. Also, so 1 time, which was not necessary in the statement. Also, I found you used more than 5. Tushar, you used more than 5 times. What I noticed is you used the and 1 more than twice in a single statement. It's like the and 1. Sanjay Pathak, you used same feedback meeting. You used what in a statement 2 times in a single statement. Like what? That's a repetitive way. Santosh Singh, you used and 2 times, 3 times, and you used unnecessary filler word which you know. Govind, you used so 2 times, more than 5 times. Santosh Yadav, you used and 2 times, more than 5 times. And also, I found you also used the in a statement 2 times, like the. Then Varghese used 3 times. Also, Varghese also used you and when 2 times. With this, I would like to inform my feedback. That's it.
So, you explained the rules very well when you come to the set and good for the detailed report, very report. Please take a step and post into our WhatsApp group. You have not mentioned the flawless speakers, right? If no one is the flawless, you have to say there is a no one is the flawless. Apart from that, you did a nice job, kudos to you. Now I would like to invite our language evaluator, Toastmaster Govind, to come over here and represent the report.
Good evening, everyone. I was amazed to listen all the speeches and I learned a lot of new things. There are some of the new words that I have noted. So perceive, imbibe, haunting, in life. So these words maybe we can use in our speeches to make the more impactful speeches. And from the sentences perspective, there were some sentences which were not as for the grammar. So someone has used what the perspective is. So what the perspective not correctly a grammatic sentence. So it could be the perspective is. So kind of the other example is more is that important. There is nothing to make express for this. So that is more important something that we can use. So apart from that, what is much for example, use design. Thank you. So when you